Okay, okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the lounge. Yeah, we're gonna do a new game. They just played inside the trailer, and I never played it before.
Fair warning.
Want to play it?
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
Here I am. So there's a control on the
sometimes.
PS5.
I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing.
So let's see what this game's all about.
Nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall.
Okay.
We stare at it, and we think that's the whole world. The room.
Federal Bureau of Control.
And the poster. The picture's something nice.
She must be like a federal agent.
Famous person. Like in that movie. What is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us.
Uh-oh.
We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster.
Boogity boogity.
And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw.
Doesn't look too much different on the PlayStation 5 than it does on the PS4. I mean, it does look a little bit upgraded, but I'm sure in the load times are definitely much quicker.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess that's the jump button. Take a correspondence reminder. It's gonna let me just walk on past. Multiple internal lockdown in effect, building lockdown in effect, multiple containment breaches detected, multiple building shifts detected. Okay. What in the world? The door open? It does.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago.
Federal Bureau of Control.
Seeing it in my dreams.
So they must be like souped up FBI agents. What's up, bud?
Let's get one of these.
No, not at 9:30 at night. You're not.
Please.
Nope.
Just one snipe. Hold on, Daddy.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Please.
Stop begging. Nope. You get some water.
Why water? Water sucks. Maybe some light.
How do I crouch? I can't crawl in it.
What are you playing?
Control. That's like aim.
Daddy,
What's up, Juju?
are you playing Spider-Man?
No, that's not Spider-Man. This is a different game.
What?
A game that you can't play. I hear somebody in there. Get out of there. Stop it. You are something goofy, girl. You know that? Stop. Joy! You're staying like right in the middle of the TV.
Hey, excuse me.
There you
Yeah,
are.
watch it. You're about to kick
Here
that
about
over.
the job. Janitor's assistant. You
Stop.
will go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor. I don't
You're being very doofy.
do work there. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you're relevant. Relevant of the axe. Take them behind the sound.
It's almost time for bed, girl.
I've done enough night
Get you
shift
some
phone
water.
jobs to know it makes us come up.
Get you a cup of water.
Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
So, remember, girl? I've already been here. This looks so familiar. Like
The
I
cell.
feel like I've played this before, but I guess not.
I was 11 years
Of
old
what?
the first time I saw Behind the Poster. They told me I imagined it.
The what?
I've been trying to pull it
What's wrong with our
down
bedroom?
ever since. Will you
All
help?
right, so let's turn the light on in there. There you go. Better? Outback Steakhouse. Oh, this is the opening credits. Moo! Yeah, skip this.
Did I lose you there for a moment?
Yes.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
So you're just gonna break in and try to find them or take them back? Let's see what's up in here. Anything. Doesn't look like it. Just the director of the FBC.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Blank.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
So am I like the one? Am I the it?
Oh, look at this place. Where am I?
Excuse me.
The same gun.
Choose to be chosen. It's a pretty cool looking pistol.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
So it's a recharge gun. Oh. I don't like the haptic feedback on the trigger pull though. Okay. Drop elements when damaged. Collect elements to restore health.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hey, babe. Oh, they're fine. Get ready for bed here. Okay, hold on 1 second. Bum, 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 bum.
Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive.
Ooh, it's a living thing. Look at all
I'm
the
happy.
blood on that desk.
Happy to be here.
I'm about to say, you happy for what? He dead?
Things have quieted down outside.
I'm happy for his
Is it safe
death.
to go?
Can I jump out the window? Jump out the window. It's a pretty big freaking office, I'll tell you that much. Oh.
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't
I got mixed up like live action in the video game.
let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Okay.
The hotline. Secure line of
Another one there.
guidance. Reach the hotline.
Hotline. Says the dead man. Okay.
Can I pick up their weapons? What was this? I know these guys are going to drop on me here sometime. I'll take that too. Ooh, what's that supposed to say? Don't let mold hit your ride. So you can't kill those guys. Pop, cause a Weezer, go pop. No, 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 no. What's the ESPN bulletin? So what am I? Central Executive. There's some dangling feet right there.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Who is she talking to? Like herself?
It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Guys, let's turn the radio on. Okay. I remember seeing him, but... Oh, crap. Well, that was no bueno.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Where is he? Where is he? Right, he's out.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt.
Okay.
Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Okay, so what? Okay, very
Holy
weird.
shit. You did it. We did it.
Can you hear me?
Outfits.
With the Bureau. Are you still sane?
I am.
Please, talk to me. We saw you.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
Emily Pope.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
I'm the new director.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead.
Okay.
Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. It's...
Okay.
I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long.
Excuse me.
But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Okay. Okay, so she's got, like, what, a split personality? She's talking to herself?
Okay. You with me? I did it before. Push the hiss out. It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Alright, so what's the
I
plan?
can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here.
Just call me Jesse.
I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago.
You know,
The
because
Bureau
of
came
the
in and covered the whole thing
the
up.
incident.
I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time.
He's that big one.
And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but
he's that big one.
He knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
Okay.
That's Tomasi's
the name, the Hiss, just
head of communications.
don't like it.
I think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
The Hiss.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader.
It could be.
Why am
Everybody
I
could
here?
be if they want to.
I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too.
The
I said
Hiss.
I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
There's a old-timey telephone with a nice chair sitting in a square room with nothing else. I don't even have like a number dial on it. It's just got a big button in the middle.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
Okay. Can I take that way? That's the boardroom. I don't think I can access that yet. Ooh, maybe I can.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Alright, so let me take on the hiss. Okay.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
And she did say communications department, right? Oh, I guess I can't go in there. That hurts. Very badly.
There it is again.
Got that
Your
right.
welcome message.
All right. Okay. That way, bad. Okay. And they didn't say stuff like that was bad. Anybody in the little boy's room? Somebody has some toilet reading. Okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, somebody else spawned. There's something back here. Anything? Can't get in there. Well, I gotta be able to get in there. Okay, so heading down. The door doesn't open. Nope. Cleanse the inner circle.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Okay. Pound the floor like you Iron Man. Nothing there.
Communications. We're on the right track.
If you're happy and you know it. These must be like chests that like have items and stuff in it. Yep. Alright, so I guess I can't go through that. Okay.
Object of power. Looks like the hiss has latched onto it. We need to cleanse it. Bedtime. Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock now.
Why?
You stay up for 10.
Just stay up for 6 minutes.
It's almost 10 o'clock now. Bed. Okay, so what do I... There's nothing else in there. What the hell is that thing? Like destroying things. Okay, so wait, this thing not see me? Use your power! Nuke can be bound. Ooh, telekinesis.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Oh, snap. That's pretty dope. I like that. Daggone, he took one to the face. Dahish. Paranatural powerhouse. All right. I found a 1970s floppy disk.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss. Say connect, daggone it. Oh
Oh, snap. I heard somebody come in. It looks like that brown box did enough damage. Easy enough. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom. Locked. Maybe there's a key nearby. This must open the door.
Look at that dude. Screenshot it. Alright, and I must claim this control point. Look at this place. Alright, so before I continue on, I'm going to end this stream here, take me a quick break, and then we'll be back.